Now we're going to look at sharing ratios when we already know some of the information or where we want to see how much more somebody has. So this is why we use our comparison bar models. If we were to use a single bar model for this, we would have 3 parts for Peter and 5 parts for Jane. But when we want to know how much more does Jane have than Peter, it becomes very hard to compare them because they're side by side. So instead, we use our comparative bar model. Now we can see nice and easily that Jane has 2 more parts than Peter does. So altogether they have £240, and I want to know how much more Jane has, so I want to know how much is this missing piece here. Well, my first step is to work out how much is each of these parts worth. So I have 3 parts and 5 parts, so I have 8 parts again. 240 divided by 8 is 30. So each one of these parts is worth £30. Now I'm interested in the 2 missing parts here. So I'm going to have 2 groups of 30, which gives me 60. So Jane has £60 more. Now try this one. Pause the video. So Ali and Sam share 30 sweets in the ratio 3:2. So Ali has 3 parts and Sam has 2 parts. We know altogether they have 30 sweets. How many more sweets does Ali get? Well, we can see that this is the difference, so this is what we want to work out. Now I'm going to share my 30 sweets out between the 5 parts that I have altogether. 3 for Ali, 2 for Sam. So that tells me that each one of these parts is worth 6. Now I'm missing 1 part. That's what I'm wanting to find out. So 1 times 6 is 6. So Ali gets 6 more sweets. Have a go of these 2 questions. Pause the video. Here's your answers. So for question 1, this is what we're trying to find out. This missing space here. I can see that there's 4 parts in the difference. So 1 part is worth 10, and which my 4 parts are worth £40. Same thing in question 2. There's 2 parts in the difference. Each part is worth 7, and 2 sevens are 14. Now we're going to look at examples where we know a part of the ratio. So in this case, Peter and Jane are sharing some money in the ratio of 3:5. I don't know how much money Peter and Jane have. Peter gets £240. How much did they share? So let's draw a bar model. 3 parts for Peter, 5 parts for Jane. Now I know that Peter has £240. I want to know how much did they get altogether, how much did they share? So if Peter's 3 parts are worth £240, I can work out what 1 part is worth. So each part is worth £80. Now altogether, I have 8 parts. So I can do 8 parts of 80, which will give me 640. This is quicker than working out how much Jane has and then adding it on. Now, have a go of this question. So again, Ali and Sam are sharing in the ratio 3:2. 3 parts for Ali, 2 parts for Sam. I know that Ali has 30 sweets. This time I want to know how many does Sam get. So I want to know how much is Sam's part worth. So I'm going to take Ali's 30 sweets and split them between his 3 equal parts. This tells me each part is worth 10. Now I know that Sam has 2 parts of 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. So Sam will get 20 sweets. How did you get on? Now Peter and Jane are again sharing some money in the ratio 3:5. This time Jane gets £240 more than Peter. How much did she get? So let's start with our bar model. 3 parts for Peter, 5 parts for Jane. Now I know that Jane has £240 more. I want to know how much does Jane have altogether. So, if this missing section is £240 and that's the same as 2 parts, I can work out 1 part by doing 240 divided by 2, which is 120. So that means that one of these parts is worth 120. I can see Jane has 5 parts. And if each of those are £120, then altogether Jane will have £600. Now try this question. Pause the video. So we know this ratio is 3:2. We've looked at it before. So Ali has 3 parts, Sam has 2. Ali gets 30 more sweets. So this difference is £30. Not £30, sorry, 30 sweets. I want to know how many sweets do they each get. So that difference, the 30 sweets, is only 1 part. So Sam has 2 parts. So 2 parts of 30 means that Sam gets 60 sweets. Ali has 3 parts. So 3 groups of 30 is 90. So Ali gets 90 sweets. Try these 2 questions. Pause the video. Here's your answers. So in question 1, we're told Amir gets £48 more than Dora. So that difference was £48. That's the same as 4 parts, so we can work out 1 part is 12. And then altogether, there's 10 parts. 10 groups of 12 is 120. For question 2, I'm told that the difference is 54. 54 is the same as 6 parts, so that means one of those parts would be 9. And then the vegetarian breakfast, 7 parts are vegetarian, so 9 times 7 is 63. Now have a go of the second worksheet.